Hiring a model to photograph can be unaffordable for us struggling, poverty-stricken artists. But what if I told you if there was a place with unlimited source of free models, copyright-free, free to access, that are just sitting there waiting to be collected? Sounds too good to be true. So before I reveal this magical source, all I ask of you is to click the subscribe button for me and also the bell icon so I can keep making useful content to help you create amazing, realistic art. And if you did, thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful. Okay, so here we are on the Googleness. Now you need to type in this person does not exist.com and you'll be greeted by a lovely face. But whose face is this? It is no one's, because they don't exist. This is an AI generated face. And the great thing about this website is that none of these images are copyrighted, so you can use them freely. And the great thing is that you have a nice shallow depth of field. The resolutions are reasonably high enough to use for your artwork. And at the moment, yes, it's copyright free. And obviously wherever you can, put a little thanks to the creators. Karis and NVIDIA. So it's created by using NVIDIA technology. However, yes, being AI generated, they cannot copyright it. So do not worry. If you want to save one in order to print it out to use as a reference image, you can right click Save Image As, and then you will be greeted with this save dialog, and it says JPEG JFIF, which I do not recognize, so I'm going to change it to all files. And as you can see, I've saved some before as normal JPEGs, and I'll name this number 16 and shave it there. Okay, now on the bottom right there's a little pop-up window that's popped up, and the last hyperlink you can click on is another, and you can click, if you click on it, it produces another one and another one and another one, and all of these you can save if you want, or the ones you like. Good images to choose as a reference image would be one with a good light and obvious light source. This one, for example, is excellent. You have an obvious highlight side and an obvious shadow side. So this would be a great example to use as a reference image. Other ones that probably won't be as good would be ones that are very flat, like this one, for example. All very similar tone all around here. It's just going to make your image very flat, without much curvature or shape to the head. Alright, so all of these are pretty good, pretty high res, well, high enough res to use on A4, which we're going to be using today. So let's get to showing you how to print one of these images out using Photoshop. You can use other alternative free image manipulation software such as GIMP or Krita, and there are plenty of tutorials on how to do that. I'm just going to quickly show you how to do it, or how I do it on Photoshop. But let's get started to do that. So here I is on Adobe Photoshop. I'm just going to print, so go to print and then select A4 portrait 300 pixels per inch. I always work on that, so it's it's a safe resolution to work at. Usually it says 72, change it to 300, keep it at that. Right, so here we are. There's an A4 sheet, 21 by 29.7 centimeters, and let us open our recent image that I saved. This is the one we're going to be working on today. So make sure you have the move tool selected, this cross here, or press V. I'm going to be working quite quickly, so click and drag this window down and drag the image into your white A4, close that. Now we need to resize it, so Control T and click and drag corner there, press enter or click the tick, and then you can drag down so it's roughly in the center there. Pretty much done. Make sure your layer is selected on the bottom right. Now, so I want to do some image manipulation, so go to Image, Adjustments, Desaturate. I know some of you are going to shout, no, that's not how you desaturate an image, but this is how I do it, nice and quickly. I need to adjust some of the levels because my printer and monitor are not calibrated towards each other, so I need to make some adjustments there. So adjustments, levels. Some of you may want to manipulate some of your levels as well. So just quickly to go over the levels, basically you have whites on the right, blacks on the left, and your black here, this is the input. The output level is basically what is contained within the image. So if I do not want whites in the image at all, I just click this down here, and all of the tones that are in this image are contained within this little gamut here. And if I want a full range, it should just drag it all the way up. And same the other side. So if I don't want the darkest tones and I just want very light tones, you can manipulate it there. Okay, I'm perhaps going to take some of this white off here. Now, for my printer, I know I need to change the midtones to about 150. Quite high. Maybe I should get one of these monitor calibrators. Okay, so 150. And I'm going to bring the blacks up a little bit here. There, so you can see the height of this is relative to the amount of that particular tone. So this is the dark, so it relates to the bottom as well. So there's quite a lot of darks, which are basically these backgrounds and the shadows in here, and perhaps the pupils. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm happy with that. Click OK, and I am ready to print. So click on print, file, print. Go into my printer settings. When it comes up, you will see I have a Canon IP8700 series. It's an 8750, I think. Mine is an A3 photo printer, so it's especially good at printing photos. Recommend it. It's not particularly expensive either. It's kind of mid-range price. Can't remember. I'll put a link in the description. I have a special external ink well source, which is made by a company in England here, so I don't have to keep buying expensive cartridges all the time. I'll put a link in this description for that if you're interested in having a look, seeing if your printer model has an adapter as well. If you live outside of the UK, you might be able to order it through there, because it's not specific for country. They might ship out abroad. They have tutorials online on how to install them, but I'm waffling on. Right, grayscale printing checked. Photo paper is matte because I use fat moto paper. I use matte photo paper. I use a special HP print paper, which I highly recommend. I buy it in A4 pads, and if I'm using A4, I buy them in A3. Did I say A3? Buy them in A3, cut them down. If I need A4, cut them in half. Print quality high, A4, portrait, check, check, check. And just to make sure that it doesn't go over the edge, I scroll down here and click scale to fit media, and ready to print. So let me know in the comments where you get your portrait images from. I'd love to know. If you found this video useful, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the like button. You'll be helping a poor starving artist get by in this terrible world we live in. Thank you. And be sure to check out my tutorial videos and playlists to help you create realistic artwork. I'll see you next time.